It's Easter Monday, April 2025, and today's job is to repot this Calathea that's been doing very well in this small pot since I bought it about maybe a month, maybe 2 months ago. And Calathea is, from reading around it, is one of those shade tolerant plants, tropical plants that can survive in my environment. So I decided to try it as a house plant, and it's been doing a lot better than I thought it would. So I'm going to repot it, and it's part of my houseplant collection. As you can see, I have a monstera here that I've had maybe 6 years or longer. There's a new bud coming through, and I have a snake plant, a pothos I've been propagating. I have a story. This is an incredible plant, which I'll probably make a video on that. But that's the pothos. Another, it's plant next to pothos that isn't doing so well. It's a cutting, but I'm going to use the soil or reuse the soil for repotting this. So that's the job for today. If you want to look at more of my plants, it's my more snake plants. I've had this for nearly 20 years. Aloe vera, more snake plants, aloe vera, and a cactus, no, a succulent. So these are the plants in this room. So I'll be doing that today. So now I'm ready. This is the repotting setup. It looks like I might do this outside or inside. I haven't decided yet. But this is the Calathea to be repotted. This is the bigger pot that I'm going to put it into. The soil, the houseplant soil I'm going to use, it's just a standard big brand, nothing special, not the best, but it's what I have. And a couple of pots of soil I'm going to reuse. This is another Calathea actually that didn't do so well. It was a different variety. It was the one with where the underleaf is burgundy. This one isn't. This one is just, is this burgundy? Not really. So that didn't do so well. And this one, as I mentioned before, is the pothos cutting. That's not doing well. So I'm going to reuse the soil and the mulch when I repot. And I'll come back to the mulch, what I'm using for that, in case you're new. I have more of it here. It's just the shells of pistachio nuts and peanuts. So this is the setup. I have been reading about Calathea. They care because I've never had it before. You can obviously see what they look like and the patterns on the leaves, that they come in many shades of green. The undersides are often burgundy, but not always. I'm just reading from the Gardener's World website actually. And it's got lots of nicknames: the peacock plant, the cathedral window plant, the zebra plant, the rattlesnake plant, mainly because of the foliage, the foliage and the patterns on it. And they're sometimes called the prayer plant, because they close some of the leaves close up at night. And this discusses the genus they belong to, and that they come from the forest floor. I think from the Americas is where they originate from. So they live in the forest floor of tropical rainforests. So that means they can cope with low light levels, but need plenty of humidity. And the leaves move throughout the day to follow the sun towards the lights, which it would do even in its own native environment. And it's the Calatheas are generally described as an easy care houseplant. They do need a warm spot, bright but indirect light, so keep them out of, because they are because of the forest, their native environment, as mentioned. Keep the soil moist from spring to autumn and provide humidity. I don't know, my flat is not very humid, but it seems to be doing okay. And or maybe there is sufficient humidity, I don't know. I've never measured the humidity, but I do try and keep my flats ventilated and try to avoid humidity, actually. And it says calatheas need to be watered with filtered or distilled water or rainwater, not tap water. Well, I haven't been doing that, that's for sure. And what else? Avoid direct sunlight or the leaves will be scorched. And it says bathrooms are ideal for calatheas as they have a humid atmosphere, so that's an idea. And in terms of care, keep the soil moist but not soaking wet. Watering little but often, and make sure excess water is drained away. And yeah, you can also there's instructions on how to propagate them. Will I do that? Maybe, it depends. So that's it. The leaves can curl inwards, which might be a sign of underwatering, but they bounce back quickly once you've watered them. So let's see how they do over the coming months. I've generally had good success rates with my houseplants, so hopefully it will be the same with this. All done. Calathea is in its new bigger pot. This new pot is not quite new, it's all scratched, but it's okay. And I reused about half the soil was reuse. You can see from the empty pots outside and a little bit of a mess. You can also see the aloe vera that I repotted recently. Also made a video about that. There it is, already looking good, getting its green color back. It's the rest of the balcony garden out there, which is what I normally talk about. But yeah, another successful repot job done, mulched, and looking forward to lots of new growth. And I will probably need to repot this again into a bigger pot. These plants, they just keep growing, so it's a good thing, I suppose. But I feel like I'm always running out of pots or space or light. But it's always great having these plants. Plants, you know, they're not just for decoration or aesthetics. They are also air purifiers. And living where I do, in a busy, congested urban area in London, UK, which is also a massive construction site for most of the years I've been here. I need all the help when it comes to clean air and purifying the air in my home and catching the dust and trapping the dust. So every plant has a job. It looks good. It helps purify my air, the air in my home, and brings nature into my home. I just can't say enough good things about plants. And all of them are such easy plants to look after. Honestly, I go away whenever I want, and uh, they survive. So that's it for today. I was actually supposed to be traveling today, but I cancelled for various reasons. But it's nice to be home and doing all the things that I need to be doing, catching up and just resting and not having to be out there. So yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.